Hi there, I'm Jamie Dunbar, and welcome back to the Dunbar Dog Diaries, The Puppy Next Door. This is Day 1, Video 2. The first few weeks with your puppy are so important that we are breaking each day down into multiple videos. If you enjoy what you see here, please check out dunbaracademy.com to learn more. If you're interested in real-time, live online puppy classes, check out seriouspup.com. We'll provide links to both of these websites in the description below. In our very first video, we met Daisy and had our first play and training session with her. Soon, I'm going to show you the second play and training session from our first day together. But first, I want to take a moment to focus on the most important aspect of your new puppy's education, their crate training, and their hourly schedule. Daisy is napping in her crate right now, and that's where she is going to be spending the vast majority of her day. Puppies need lots of sleep, like 18 hours a day. And the most important thing they need to learn is to settle down and relax in their crate. A lot of people don't like the idea of putting their new puppy into a crate for most of the day. I get it. Your new puppy is adorable. You just want to snuggle and cuddle and play with your puppy all day long. But you have to think about what is best for your puppy. If your puppy spends their first few days in your house being showered with affection and attention, with total freedom to explore, then that's what your puppy is going to come to expect. And it's going to be very difficult for you to teach your puppy household rules and prepare your pup for alone time. As your puppy gets older, you and the rest of your family are going to have to go back to your jobs or your school or the other parts of your life. And if your puppy hasn't learned how to settle down by themselves, they're going to be really upset about being left alone. And if your puppy hasn't learned household rules, your puppy is going to get into trouble around the house. At that point, you'll be forced to confine your pup to a crate or pen, but since your pup hasn't learned to enjoy being confined, that's going to upset them even more. So, that's why I'm teaching Daisy to love spending time in her crate. And honestly, it's super easy to do, especially if you start this process the very first day your puppy comes home. In the last video, I did some active training with her, tossing kibble into her crate to get her to go in willingly and to help her form a positive association with her crate. Now it's time to put her in her crate and close the door. She might not be thrilled about being confined to her crate initially, but we're going to help her work through it. Of course, if you really want to make it easy for her, you can start by getting her interested in a food-stuffed chew toy and then putting the chew toy into the crate first. Here, I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we've been doing a little training, getting Daisy comfortable going in, coming out of the crate, using some food, just tossing it in there. Now we're interested in putting Daisy into her crate, closing the door for the first time. Begin her hourly crate training schedule. Now, in order to set her up for success, I'm going to get this chew toy, get her interested in this chew toy, get some higher value treats. Ooh, smell that. What do you think? Ooh, yeah, here, I'll even let you nibble one to see how tasty it is. I'm going to break off a little bit of that. Then I'll show that to you. Oh, you want that? Oh, sorry. It's going in there. See this one? It's going in there as well. Yeah. Get a real interest in this chew toy. And then I'm going to put it inside of her crate. But, oop, I'm going to close the door with her on the outside. Yeah, look. The chew toy's in there. You don't seem that interested in it. No, you're more interested in me. That's okay. But now we are going to really do this. In you go. Oh, you got a little kibble in your throat? Okay, there. In you go. And we're going to close the door. So she's got a chew toy in there. That chew toy's got food in it. It's got something to do. We're going to set the timer for 1 hour. And we're going to try and keep her in there for an hour. We're going to try and keep her happy. So stay nearby. We're going to comfort her if she gets upset. As you can see, she's already interested in playing with her toy, which releases food when she plays with it. And so that's going to keep her entertained, but we'll stay nearby so that we can also comfort her if she starts getting upset. All right, we'll see how this goes. I'll check in with you in a little bit. See you soon. Okay, so now Daisy is inside her crate with her food-stuffed chew toy and the crate door is closed. We've set a timer for 1 hour and we're going to keep her inside her crate for the next hour. When that hour is up, we're we're going to let her out and take her to the potty. During this hour, my goal is to get Daisy to settle down happily and quietly in her crate. The chew toy is probably going to help, but the most important thing is that I am going to stay nearby and comfort her if she is distressed. I'll talk to her in a soothing voice. I'll stick my fingers into the crate so she can lick and nibble them, and I'll feed her some kibble. Just as importantly, when she does settle down, I'm going to praise her and reward her. My praise and rewards for good, quiet, settled behavior are going to be even more substantial than the gentle comforting I'm going to offer when she's upset. This way, I can comfort her when she is distressed, but I'll still be teaching her that what I really like is when she's calm in her crate. Here, let me show you what I mean.
Oh, Daisy, you don't have to cry. I'm right here. Did you know that? Yeah, I was just over here, reading my book. Yeah, you're in your crate. That's cool. You're in your crate. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, good girl. That's right. You just settle down. Yeah, the crate's a cool place to be. You want me to hang out here and read my book right next to you? I can do that. Yeah, good girl. Yeah. So, when Daisy's in her crate, we want her to be feeling good. So, if she starts crying or whimpering, you can come on over and comfort her. You know, just because she's in her crate doesn't mean she has to be alone. We can be right here with her and let her know the crate's a cool place. Stick our little fingers in. You can lick on them. But the important thing is we don't ignore her when she's being quiet and good. We don't want her to think that she only gets attention when she's whimpering, because then she'll whimper all the time. So if she's in her crate and she's quiet, we've got to make a special point to come over and give her some attention then. Give her some love. Let her know that's exactly what we want her to do. Like right now, you're being very quiet. Oh, and you're laying down. That's wonderful. That is the most wonderful thing you can do in your crate. Just lie down, relax, take a little nap. Yeah, because you know what? You're a little puppy. Little puppies need to take little naps. Oh yeah, but I don't know if I want you to chew on my thumb. Even the licking was nice. Good girl. All right, well, I'm just going to settle down here for a little while. If she calms down, which she seems like she does, she might, I'll probably walk around a little bit, keep talking to her, and make sure she's feeling good.
So, that's how you get your puppy to feel comfortable in their crate. You put them in their crate with a foodstuffed chew toy. You stay nearby so you can calmly and gently comfort them if they are distressed. When they do settle down, you praise and reward them. After a while, you can start to move further away from them. Start by just moving a few feet away so you can still hear your pup. Occasionally, return to praise them and offer some food treats. After a while, you can start leaving the room for short periods of time. Don't go far, and talk to your pup to let them know you're still around. If they remain calm and settled, come back to their crate occasionally to praise them and stick your fingers in the crate and maybe offer a few food treats. Don't take the good behavior for granted. Over time, increase the amount of time you leave your pup. Keep this up, and pretty soon, your pup will learn that the crate is a wonderful place, and when you put them in their crate, they will quickly settle down for a nice nap, and while they're napping, they won't care where you go or what you do. Now that you've seen me do it, let's see what our experts have to say.
Hello, puppy experts. Ian and Kelly, it's good to see you.
Hello.
Okay, now that you've watched video 2, what do you two think about this one? Again, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What should I do differently? Kelly, let's start with you. Or no, let's switch it up. Ian, we'll start with you.
Oh, good Lord, I get to go first. Well, I mean, I do, to be perfectly honest, I do think you got a bit of a free ride here, that this puppy is pretty good in his crate, which is good. I think the owners next door are actually following through with your advice. As I say, behavior never lies. Behavioral forensics tell us what owners are really doing at home. But I like the pace again. You know, there was no stress on the puppy. You were good, giving really natural. I like people that give natural feedback to dogs. They speak in a normal voice, you know, they use normal words, you know, and especially praising the puppy when he's settled down, when he's calm, and when he's quiet. The one, sort of vaguely negative thing I would say is there was one lovely point when you said, oh, you're lying down. And I think that was about 8 seconds after the pup actually laid down. So well done for you for telling him and praising him he's lying down, but it was a bit late. It's nice to get it when they do it and say, oh, good dog. Yeah, it's much better when you're lying down, is it? And praise. So, you know, it's good. I like the pace. And I like the fact that you're letting people know, you know, the pup is in the crate, but the crate can be right next to you. It can be, you know, next to your desk where you're working. And so you can give the puppy feedback every few seconds.
All right, thanks. Kelly, is there anything you'd like to add on the crate comforting?
No, I think it was great. I mean, it was great that you went down to the puppy. I think people are worried that they can't do that, that they need to let the puppy cry it out, or that they have to, make sure that the puppy has independence right at the beginning, and that they don't reinforce, a puppy that's whimpering or pay attention to a puppy in the crate. And that's absolutely not true. I think a puppy will be more confident in a crate if you do reinforce, reassure them and reinforce them being in there, reassure them if they're at all worried, or even before they're worried, just praise them, as Ian says, and hang out with them. Don't abandon them the first few times. And you're going to have to leave them at some point, but they fall asleep, tiptoe away and, go do a few things, come back and praise the puppy, tiptoe away again. I don't recommend tiptoeing their whole life, but like, the first couple of days, make it easy for the puppy, make them, don't leave them high and dry. I think there really is, I still hear a lot of people saying that they think the puppy needs to cry it out and just learn to be quiet that way. And I don't agree. I think that can cause a lot of stress. And so have the crate near you. You may, at this age, puppies are small, of almost any breed, and you can move a crate around a little bit. And I like to move the puppies around and have them in the room, that you're hanging out in, whether it's daytime or nighttime, or nearby, so you can hear them and attend to them. So I think you did a great job.
Thanks. Yeah,
I think the fear that people have about reassurance is they think that if they reassure the puppy when he's upset and crying, that they'll unintentionally train in the behaviors to be even worse. But that's not true, as long as when the puppy is being calm and quiet, you're praising at a level that's much higher than your reassurance. So it is possible to change the puppy's behavior and provide reassurance and classical conditioning, if you like, and offer reassurance when he's in the crate.
Well, thank you very much.
And reassurance is it's. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, I wanted to thank you for the feedback, but I also want to thank you both for kind of the preparation, because I feel like this topic in particular, over the past few weeks, I've had conversations with both of you. And so I felt going into this really good about this concept of, comfort the puppy when it's upset, but then make sure you praise it when it's quiet and settled. And that made a lot of sense theoretically. And so it was an easy thing to do going into it.
Yeah. Nice to see it in practice. People just, reassuring an emotional state is not the same thing as like an operant conditioning reinforcement, right, Ian? Like, I mean, that I want to make sure people understand that, right? You're not rewarding crying so much as just reassuring and fear or loneliness or or stress, right? So if someone is stressed about, let's say, I don't know, riding a roller coaster, you don't say, you don't give them no feedback on the roller coaster. You hold their hand, or you check in with them, or you jelly them up, or put your arm around them. You don't just say, I don't want to reinforce this behavior. you help them through. You probably see a lot of that.
There'll be a time on the roller coaster when a child's having a great time. Now you give them feedback at a higher level. So I usually keep reassurance very low and think, oh, come on, that's puppy behavior. It's what puppies do. Yeah, and I'm here. As Jamie kept saying, I'm right here. And when you say these words, the reassurance comes out. And then once the puppy's stress goes, then the behaviors that we don't like, the noise and activity disappears because the puppy's cool. At that point, I actually reward, and people say, God, you wake him up. I say, no, good puppy. This is what I like. Well done. Good boy. And as you know, I don't tiptoe around. I will stomp around and come back and stomp around and
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
And so the puppy knows he's not alone. There's no reason to be scared, but that also I'm very happy when he's calm and quiet.
Yeah, what I've seen happen many times now that I've, while the puppy settled down, I'll praise the puppy, even stick my fingers in and stuff. And the puppy will, Daisy will be like, huh? Okay. Like they'll see me, then she'll just lie right back down and go to sleep. So it's like nothing to worry about. All right. Well, thank you again for your wonderful feedback. This has been a lot of fun. And we'll talk again soon. So see you next time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Jackie.
Okay, another pretty painless feedback session. I'll try to be more timely with my praising Daisy for lying down in her crate, but I'll admit it's hard to do while I'm talking to you all. I'm very happy to hear that Kelly and Ian are pleased to see how well Daisy is settling down in her crate. It will be interesting to see whether we lucked out with a super settler pup, or whether this is more of a developmental phase and maybe Daisy starts to fuss inside the crate more as she gets older. I guess there's really only one way to find out. Let's get back to working with Daisy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in video 3 of day 1. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about dog training and behavior, make sure you visit dunbaracademy.com to check out our selection of courses, many of which are completely free. If you'd rather watch more of our videos here on YouTube, just click the links to the right, and if you want to follow us on social media, everything you need is directly below. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications.